Today we are looking at scale drawings using maps and plans. Now, some families choose to either design and build a new house or renovate their existing house. And the first stage is to select a design which involves choosing a floor plan that caters for the needs of the family. And in order to be able to read plans correctly, you need to understand how scale drawings work. So plans can be represented in different ways, and these are 3 different ways to represent the same piece of information. And what that information means is for every 1 on the scale, it is actually 100 in real life. So for every centimetre on the grid, it is actually 1 metre in the field. Now, our plan length, plan means what you can see in front of you, and our field means real life. So the scale factor can be expressed as a ratio, where the scale factor is our plan length divided by field length, which is written as plan length is to field length, which means that it is 1/100th of the actual size. So for every 1 on the grid, it's 100 times bigger in real life. Now you'll notice with that scale of 1:100, there are no units. And what that means is a mil on the grid is 100 mil in real life, or a centimetre on the grid is 100 centimetres in real life, and so forth. This information is really important for your assignment because you're coming up with your own skateboard scale factor to do your design. Now I'm going to go here on the grid and I'm going to show you how I would come up with my own scale. So what I want you to do with this image is imagine that it is my house plan. Okay, that rectangle there. So what I need to do with my house plan is I'm going to write down that this is the length of my house and this is the width. So imagine that that is a bird's eye view of my floor plan. And we're going to come up with a scale. Now we know from the previous information that a scale factor is the plan length to the field length. Bearing in mind that the plan length is what you can see in front of you and the field length is what it actually is in real life. So on this diagram, I can see, I'm going to imagine they're all centimetres, that it is 6 centimetres wide on my plan. So when you're coming up with your plan length, put down how big you want the shape to be and how much space you have. It might be the A4 grid in front of you. So it's 6 centimetres in the plan. Now in real life, the width of my house is actually 18 metres long. So this is how big it is in real life. Now I have a map and I've put on my scale 6 centimetres and 18 metres. So what I'm going to do firstly is I'm going to make sure that they're the same unit. So now I have 6 centimetres on the plan is actually 1,800 centimetres in real life. Now you can simplify this scale by putting it in as a common fraction on your calculator, which would come up with 1:300. Or what you could do is find what they both go into. Now they both can be divided by 6. So 1 centimetre is actually 300 centimetres in real life. I'm now going to remove the units. So the scale is now 1:300. And what that means is for every square, it's actually 300 in real life. Now, if you come up with a number that you don't think you can work with, you would just round it off. But obviously, we have come up with a nice and clean 1:300. And how I did that was I used how much space I wanted to use for my image, what it is in real life, and then I simplified down to get my final scale and removed those units. So that is how you create your own scale for your design.